This is me, handing the Prime Minister of the UK a big fat L to celebrate my win over.
You're handing him a big what? Niko has won the general election. What?
Over him to the millions watching on live TV, and this is the story of how it happened. Years ago, I ran for the position of London Mayor, and although I didn't win, I was the greatest candidate in the country's history, getting 50,000
I hate this man.
votes. The streets loved me because I was the only one who
The streets loved me. They're all
stood up for young people. But when the world needed me most, I retired. And I was enjoying my political retirement, pranking the leader of the KKK, giving a country its freedom, and continuing to take over the world. But one thing came up on my radar. Rishi Sunak, who is the Prime Minister of the UK, our most powerful position, is basically our version of the President of the United States. He had called an election, and I'll be real, I'm Rishi Sunak's biggest hater, for multiple reasons. I mean, he has a sheer lack of morals by planning to criminalise homelessness,
rough sleepers fined or even jailed.
And he's made it clear that he hates young people by forcing them into mandatory national service, making them choose between community service or literally joining the army.
I know that conscription is still a crazy idea to me, unless you're actually in wartime. But if you're not, you should know. It's a choice.
We will introduce a bold new model of national service for 18-year-olds.
Mandatory
national service.
There'll be sanctions of some sort for those who don't comply.
Rishi basically wants
Did they say are they saying mandatory?
18-year-olds.
Mandatory
Mandatory? Like, you can't ignore the O in there. It's not tree.
National
service.
There'll be sanctions of some sort for those who don't comply.
Rishi basically wants to send young people to war, and by doing this, he's sending a clear message that he doesn't really care for their vote. In fact, he's directly appealing to the older generation by shoving young people under the bus. The reason he can do this is because young people famously don't vote, because they don't feel represented, and who can blame them? The options they have are awful, and if this continues, they will continue to be overlooked by the government, meaning it will be harder and harder to have a good start in life. So they needed someone they could vote for, someone who was kind, charismatic, truthful, humble, the best politician the world had ever seen, and someone who was 6'5". The only issue was that I was retired. And that is where this story ends, because I plan to keep it that way. Goodbye.
Lies.
No, let's bring it back. I was just joking. I was playing around. Because ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming out of retirement from the political game because I've realised I'm the only man who can take Rishi down.
There's no way I'm about to watch a whole hour and 20 minutes of a man, of a YouTuber actually running for office.
Do you really think you're the man? Yes, George, I'm the man. Are you sure? Yes, George, this isn't up for debate. It's happening, and I tell you what, it's going to be magic. Well, if I want to create something magic, I need to do something serious, so I organised a meeting with a political lawyer to get some advice.
My name is Dominic Domesic and I'm a political researcher. I'm here to discuss British electoral law and the forthcoming general election with a potential political candidate.
But I want to take out the most powerful man in the country, so if word gets out to the wrong person, it could ruin my entire plan. So I had to make sure to keep my identity hidden. Welcome, sir. You're currently looking at the future Prime Minister of this country.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. You want to shake my hand or what? Basically, I plan on beating Rishi Sunak and to be the Prime Minister of this country. So what do I need to do to make that happen?
What you would need is a political party that you are the leader of that is capable of winning a majority.
Dominic educated me about politics, and it turns out this is how the UK election actually works. The UK is divided into many small areas, and people in each area vote for which local candidate they want to represent them. Most of the winning candidates are part of the two major political parties, the Conservatives and Labour. All of the winning candidates from across the country will earn themselves a seat in Parliament. The party with the most seats wins, and their leader becomes the Prime Minister. Now, I didn't have my own party, but this gave me an idea. Okay, well, I'll just run in all those areas myself and beat Rishi that way.
Unfortunately, you yourself can only run in one parliamentary seat.
What's the worst that could happen to me? if I did that?
Potentially be convicted of electoral fraud.
So if I ran in multiple places across the country, they'd send me to jail?
Yes, they might do.
Goodness me. It turns out I clearly knew very little about how the UK political system works, and there can be serious consequences if I did something wrong, which is very upsetting for me.
I hate it.
Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry.
Where? He tried to kiss me!
I didn't try to kiss you, but
Why did you try and kiss me?
I did not try and kiss
Is that
dreams.
what you do on the regular, touch babies you don't know?
No. Definitely not.
Get out of there before I phone the police.
Okay.
Before I phone the
Thank you for your
police.
After that
shot.
civil conversation, that guy did give me some insight. He's basically just told me it's impossible for me to be Prime Minister. This has absolutely broken me because that was my whole goal. I wanted to take down Rishi and be the Prime Minister. So it seems I'm going to have to work out a new angle. And this is what I came up with. I can't actually have any control on who becomes the Prime Minister, but I can make sure Rishi loses. If I run as an independent candidate in his area, win the hearts of his people and beat him, I'll take a seat in Parliament, which would literally mean I would dethrone the Prime Minister. It's a huge task, but I know I can get it done. The only issue is, you have to be nominated by the place you're running in. So I took a trip down to his local area, which goes by the name of Richmond and Northallerton, a constituency in the north of England. And the last time the Conservatives didn't win here was 1906, and I had to somehow find a way to get people to nominate me here, to run against him. Would you nominate me to run? I just, like, if you could nominate me, my parents would be proud of me. Maybe we can stand together.
Bye.
Would you, please?
Go away, will you?
Oh, no, please. Please. After one conversation and a few more minutes
Go
of wandering
away, will
Richmond,
ya?
it was clear that the majority of residents here were in the older age bracket and had no idea who I was. And although we got some signatures and useful details about some problems in the town,
The thing that I hate about Richmond is we're constantly driving over potholes. I've even emailed Rishi myself. Drive around Richmond and you'll drive over a pothole every few seconds.
the potholes, big issue. Okay, so that's...
Massive issue.
It was still clear that I may not have the friends I need here to run comfortably in this town.
I'm a personal friend of Rishi Sunak, so
Are you?
he will be getting my vote.
You could still nominate me to go up against him.
I've been asked by other parties, it wouldn't be fair to you.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Please tell Rishi that I'm coming for him.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be seeing him next week, I'll tell him that.
Okay, tell him Nicholas Omilana is coming for you.
Okay.
So with Rishi warned, we then collected our
Jesus
final
Christ.
signatures.
I'm
Before my
actually a
short time
personal
here,
friend
one
of
thing was
Richie's.
obvious. I had a mountain to climb. Richmond is a place where young people are statistically going extinct. I felt like a complete outsider and literally nobody knew who I was. And if I was going to beat Rishi Sunak, that had to change. So I came up with a plan. In order to compete with Rishi Sunak, I'll need eyes on my campaign. And the best way to get that is by going on national news. But unfortunately for me, they only like to cover the big parties. So to get on there myself as just a small independent candidate, I need to do something that's never been done before. I've already found out that one person can't run in multiple places across the country. It's against the law. But what if I
He's gonna get on TV, no doubt about it. Come on, brother.
found a way where I can? After endless research, I found a loophole. If I get people from all over the country to change their name to Niko Omilana, they'll be able to legally run in the election. The whole country will be confused to how I've tricked the system, and this should get me so much attention from the media that I'll be able to state that I'm a better option than Rishi Sunak to the masses. Yes, I know this is extra, but that's exactly what this country needs. A maniac who's willing to do what
No way he got people to legally change their names to his. That's not my
it
dog.
takes, and luckily, I'm also the founder of the most powerful community the world has ever seen. And I asked if any of my people would be willing to sign a legal document, officially changing their name, leaving behind their old identities, and starting again with a new legal name of Niko Omilana. And then I asked them to meet me in a random location to confirm this. But this is a very tedious process, so surely no one would be willing to do all of that. Right?
Yeah, so I got about 100 people. No God. There's no way he. No.
Before we start, I just want to take the register. Niko Omilana. Perfect. That's right, all of these people were willing to legally change their name to Niko and Milana. I just want to start off by thanking all of you for your immense loyalty. I now share a name with every single one of you. All that's left to do now is for you guys to go to your constituencies and confirm your place.
Who would do that? I don't believe any of this.
Yes, the government might try to stop us, but they cannot stop all of us. Every single Niko and Milana in this room will be remembered. We are making history in this
This
election.
is not real.
Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to be Niko and Milana?
I just realized they have their documents with them too. No.
Are you guys ready to stay silent? Because if they find out that it's more than one Niko and Milana and people have changed their names, then that ruins everything. Are you ready?
These documents can't be real that they got with them. They can't be real. I refuse to believe this.
Out of here and let's get started. Now, despite that inspiring speech, I knew the odds of all of those Nikos coming back successful was slim. See, this is a difficult process. The government would have likely seen a lot of people called Niko and Milana. So unsurprisingly, a large portion of Nikos didn't make it past the barrier, even though they legally should have been able to, and their applications were rejected by their local authorities. But among the group, a select few managed to survive and were successful, and myself was included in them, meaning officially, I'd now be going up against Rishi Sunak. Now it was confirmed that me and the other Nikos were running across the country. I knew that Rishi Sunak would try and stop us if he found out. And for this plan to work, everyone had to believe that I am genuinely running in multiple areas. And I needed to make sure that my army of Nikos could be trusted to keep this a secret. So after inviting them down to a secret location to meet them, and I waited for their arrival, we planted a fake news reporter outside to put them under pressure, to see if they'd remain quiet about what was going on.
Excuse me, mate, I'm from the Daily Mail. We hear you're running for Prime Minister as Niko and Milana. Are the rumours true that you're running for Prime Minister as Niko and Milana? Niko and Milana for Prime Minister. What's going on? Boy, how come you're running as Niko and Milana?
And as seemingly none of them cracked, it was time to crack down on them. Hello, Niko.
Good afternoon, my friends.
No, I'm all angry.
No, to keep this quiet. They're not telling anyone.
Yes, I know that. 100%? Yes.
Yes, over.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yep, done our thing.
Over the phone, no one.
Excuse me, we hear you're running for Prime Minister. I'm from the Daily Mail. Are you running as Niko and Milana?
I am.
You are?
Yeah, I am.
Why are you running as Niko and Milana? That's not your real name. Why are you running as Niko and Milana?
That's not my real name, no.
But you're running as Niko and Milana?
No.
You're not?
I messed this up.
Indeed, you did mess it up. You gave away our whole stick. Why?
It was a bit.
You thought it was a bit, so you told the bit all the information I said we have to keep quiet. Please do not let this happen again. For this to work, it needs to be smooth. So for the next month, I think it's best you just keep quiet until I say. Just stay in your room until I say otherwise. Because no matter what, we can't let Rishi know what we're up to. Are we on the same page?
Exactly the same page.
Respect, brother. Niko and Milana. So with the Nikos prepped and on board, there was one final thing to do. Ensure people register to vote, because the more young people who vote, the more power they will have against people like Rishi Sunak. And to do that, I needed to come out of retirement. Officially.
Niko and Milana is the youngest standing to be mayor.
Isn't it all just a bit of a joke?
That's the most idiotic thing.
Something like this will never be attempted again.
5th highest number of votes.
The question remains, what will he do now?
I've decided to run for Prime Minister. First time I've put these on in years. I was expecting that to be a lot more dramatic. Hello, my friends. I've decided to run for Prime Minister. And I'm going up against our current Prime Minister and plan to completely remove him from the political world. We will remove Rishi, and on top of this, we have done the impossible. We attempted to run Niko and Milana in multiple places across the country, and somehow we managed to make it happen. I need everyone to register to vote. This country doesn't believe that young people have power, but together we do. July 4th, make sure you vote for Niko. Rishi Sunak's, you have no aura, it's time to go.
No.
I know it would never happen. Imagine he actually won.
With how Niko is, he's gonna take it to a level that we're not even thinking of right now.
He's like, it's crazy because like he's so stupid, but he's able to concoct a plan like this just because he doesn't like the Prime Minister. Oh my
YouTuber
God.
that is standing in 11 different constituencies.
Yeah.
And you think, well, that's incredibly stupid.
If it is Niko that's registered in these 11 different locations, he's going to be in big trouble.
Everyone was talking about me running in multiple areas. The announcement went completely viral. The number of people registering to vote had spiked, and apart from Rishi Sunak and Reform leader Nigel Farage, my name was more Googled than any of the other candidates. And as predicted, the moment the world found out I was running in multiple areas, everyone assumed that I'd broken the law.
Police. He found the perfect loophole and they don't even realize it.
Police, the plan has worked. I mean, I thought that people would talk a lot when they found out that Niko Omilana was running across the country, but I didn't know that every single major media outlet would talk about it.
Has this YouTube prankster's politics sparked a police investigation? They're looking into the fact that someone with his name appears as an election candidate in 11 constituencies. It's an offence to provide false information or stand in more than one location.
We have not done that. We have been made aware of a potential electoral matter which North Yorkshire Police is currently looking into. Where we're running is North Yorkshire. That is where Richmond is. Now, I didn't want to be arrested for something I hadn't done, which meant I had to go back to Richmond and Northallerton to clear my name. Hello, my friend. I need to be taken to the police station. You from here?
Born and bred, yeah.
What advice would you give me for running here?
Be a good listener.
I feel like I'm a good listener. Can I count on your vote then?
I've always voted Conservative.
Here we are, police station, ready to hand myself in. Let's take a little shortcut. Hopefully this isn't a crime. Hello, hello. I've been told that I'm being investigated by North Yorkshire Police, so I wanted to hand myself in.
Right, what's your name?
Niko Omilana.
Right, what's your name?
Despite what the media had suggested, it seemed like the police had no idea who I was. I even heard them Googling me. They're Googling me in there. The police are searching if I'm wanted by North Yorkshire Police. That's what they're searching. Hopefully I can clear my name today. That would be quite good for my political career. I don't want to be associated with any crimes. The media. How could they do this?
Is Niko your full
We're asked to leave the cameras outside. Isn't
first name?
My full first name is Nicholas.
I'm assuming you've been accused of something.
No, so basically I'm running for MP here in Richmond and Northallerton.
You have to risk his job.
Yeah.
Never see him.
Oh, you never see him here?
No. There's nothing on our system to say that we do want to, so.
But on the media it said that I was...
And you believe that everything that the media says?
No, that's very valid.
Yeah.
I'm innocent. Amazing. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for that information. Really appreciate it.
no shot there. Listen, you believe everything the media says, and there goes. I told you he's stupid. Like, how does this even happen? It's just like you believe everything the media says, and he's like, no.
Okay. Well, turns out I'm innocent. They've said that there's nothing on their system, so it's slightly confusing why the media are saying that North Yorkshire Police are looking into me. They're not even doing that, so they lied. The media lied. The way I read it in the article, I thought I was a criminal. I'm fine. Our work here was done, but before heading home, we headed into the centre of Northallerton, where we were stopped by some ladies who recognised me from the slanderous news articles. Yes! I took this as an opportunity to ask a quick question. What is it you guys would want fixed in this area? Potholes. Yep, I'll do that. And July 4th,
everyone says potholes. Fix the. Why isn't he fixing potholes?
It was time to go back home to London, and as we took the taxi back to the train station, I found out that our driver had a run-in with Rishi before.
I've had him in the car.
Have you? I guess you could say that I've taken Rishi's seat here, like I'll take his actual seat.
You know what they say around here, don't you?
What?
To put a blue ribbon on a pig.
On a pig?
Oh.
It was clear that getting any kind of...
No, that's crazy to say. No.
Votes in this Conservative area was going to be extremely tough, especially as I'd now been publicly branded as some kind of thug. If I wanted any chance in this election and in taking Rishi down, I needed to put things right and let the British public know that I'm actually an innocent man. And after my big stunt, I didn't have to wait long for my opportunity.
9:45 tomorrow.
at our studios.
My plan had worked. As a result of all of the Nikos, I now had one of Britain's most watched news stations wanting to interview me, which the older people of Richmond will definitely be tuning into.
Okay, can't wait, brother.
I booked myself an interview with ITV, and if I was going to be addressing the nation, I needed a manifesto, which is a list of all the things that I would do to make the country better. I made sure to cover all the important bases in my manifesto, with points including David Attenborough to voice all national rail announcements,
Please mind the gap.
free transport for under 18s and over 65s, introduce podcast licenses, any restaurant funding warfare to be shut down and turned into food banks. I'd make sure podcast licenses, any
restaurant funding warfare to be shut down and turned into food
restaurant
banks.
funding warfare to be shut down and turned into food banks. I'd make sure England won the Euros, huge celebrations for Rishi Sunak's 44th birthday, and politicians aged 44 to be sent directly to the front lines. This is quite a nerve-wracking announcement. It's not really a manifesto which people would have seen in a general election before, but we're hoping that people see our vision and they can get behind it. My manifesto was well received on social media, but the time had come for me to preach it to the masses. We have an ITV News interview. Here we go. Every single cog in this operation
16
had led
days
to this
until
moment.
election day.
The mainstream media spotlight is on me again, but this time I'm in control of the narrative. This is my chance to capture the hearts of the nation and clear my name for good.
Okay, I'm on it.
Don't mess this up now.
Right, Niko, your first media interview ahead of your campaign. Why have you chosen to do this now?
Well, I had retired as a politician, but then when I saw that Rishi Sunak wanted to send young people to war, I took that personally and I decided to come back.
This probably isn't the first time you're seeing these kids' glasses on your screens. YouTuber, prankster and internet troll Niko Omilana has cemented his name.
Thank you.
He's chosen to run in the same seat as the Prime Minister.
I read your manifesto.
Thank you.
There's a few points in there, obviously, of joke points, like bringing the phrase
It's
back
not
to
jokes.
IP.
My manifesto is extremely serious. I don't appreciate how you said that I had joke points in there at all. I will achieve every point in that manifesto if I'm Prime Minister. And then it was time for the big question.
Niko's also been making headlines after accusations he was being investigated for running in 11 different constituencies, which is not allowed under electoral law.
I'm completely innocent though, I promise you that. I have actually got people to change their names legally to Niko Omilana.
So you've got people to legally change their names to Niko?
Yes, yeah.
So that they could run in the other seats?
Well-vetted people who I believe are most like me. I taught them how to be like me. I actually metaphorically put my brain inside of theirs. Now they're ready to run as a Niko Omilana, and in all of those areas in which they're running, they can now be voted for.
On to young people though, you did say that you want young people to be engaged in politics.
If young people do go out and vote and we all come together as one massive cohesion, then I believe that we can actually change this country together.
And what should the different parties do to engage more young people into politics?
Stop lying and at least reach out to them in their manifestos. But also, people like Rishi Sunak, it's just not possible. He has no aura.
It's good.
Honestly, good interview.
Very much.
All right?
Appreciate it. It's good.
He has no aura.
You say my hands are sweaty? I don't sweat.
I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat.
Prince Andrews and Epstein said, I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat.
That was a different interview. Not so nice though. The Niko Omilanas had completed their mission. They helped turn me an ITV interview which the elderly residents of Richmond hopefully would have seen, which meant it was time to set them free to go out and campaign themselves to give their areas a Niko Omilana to vote for. But to do that, I had to assemble them all in one place to give them the news.
Thank you for coming, guys. I just wanted to tell you all that it's time to campaign. It's time for you to get out there and win your votes because the information is out that there is multiple Niko Omilanas. I had to release it, so it's time.
Did you not text us that? Did we have to come out with you?
Yes, you did need to come the whole way. It needed to be told in person.
All the Nikos then headed to their respective areas, but before I headed to mine, there was still one thing I needed to do. Rishi Sunak's public image was rapidly declining.
I was just going to ask, why do you hate young people so much? You're making us go into the army. A cultural service is a good thing for our country. You're one for them.
And I was about to dunk on him even more. His party, the Conservatives, said that they'd get rid of homelessness by 2024. And not only did they fail, but it's actually back on the rise. So I decided to team up with a few random strangers, and together, we raised over £100,000 in just 48 hours for Under One Sky, a homeless charity in the UK, proving that I could be a better leader than anyone else, especially Rishi. The people of YouTube now knew it, but the people of Richmond and Northallerton didn't yet. So I headed up there permanently until voting day to take Rishi down and prove that I'm a better leader than he is.
Okay.
That's right, 2 weeks to go now until...
There's not 14? Okay, we still got a whole video.
Where will your vote be going? With Rishi Sunak's Conservatives seemingly falling away? Will it be Labour, Reform UK, or perhaps an independent candidate from your area?
Thank you very much.
It was time to properly meet the people of Richmond.
Hello, guys. I'm running for MP here.
We're tourists, sorry.
Oh, you're tourists? I thought they were about to say Tories. I was about to smoke their jaws. We're now in Richmond, the Golden Lion.
Well, don't go in there, I'll talk, you know.
Why? What's wrong with the Golden Lion?
Well, if you really like karaoke, you'll be all right.
Is it?
He's like, yeah, I'll go in there.
So, well, I know I'm gonna be
mix up next to you.
When I go out.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna be
What's up,
that
brother?
man who gets along with you.
Oh,
and
very welcome, I won't lie. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to see the man who walked 1,000 miles. These people were having a great time, singing, dancing and fondling with each other's faces. And I wanted to get involved and become one of them. Wow. What a great vibe.
Damn, they're going at it. I'm
and with a political speech.
If we can cut the music. Hello, everyone of Richmond. I just want to say hi, guys. Big up to everyone.
Caucasian cheer.
I just want to say hi, guys.
No, Caucasian cheer. Who puts that in a subtitle? That's crazy.
Big up to everyone in this room. Honestly, your energy is inspiring me so much. I'm just coming in here to announce that I'm running for MP against Rishi on July 4th. Yeah, I'm running. And unlike Rishi, I care about the people here, so I want to know what you guys want fixed, and I will do it.
Get the fucking karaoke back on.
Oh, I'll definitely do that.
Sit down, shut up.
People of Richmond were turning against me.
No, so I'm not actually from Richmond. I'm not. I've come here to do a better job than Rishi Sunak, and that's the main reason why I've come here.
Sit down, shut up. I love drunk people, bro.
Clear an outsider was not what this town wanted, and in fear of losing the pub any more customers, I put the mic down and tried to redeem any sort of respect I could before leaving. Wow, they really did hate me.
Well, I feel like that was successful campaigning.
Jesus Christ.
This was going to be a lot tougher than I thought. But luckily, we spotted our first young person, and he seemed to be on my side.
I have never voted in my life, and I'm registering just to vote for you.
Yeah?
Saving us from Rishi, please.
My brother, I appreciate that.
This town is Tory hell, so thank you.
It felt good to be a beacon of hope to the endangered species of young people in this place, but it was clear that the older generation are very much stuck in their ways, and that was going to be tough to change. I needed to find out how I could break through to them, and it seemed the only populated places in this town were the pubs.
What's it take to get your vote on July 4th?
We want tourists in this town.
Oh.
Tourists.
We want tourists.
The same problems kept being repeated.
That makes sense. More tourists equals more money. More money in the community equals fixing the fucking potholes. Everything leads back to potholes.
But one issue was coming up more than anything else.
Yeah. I see, potholes. I knew it was all coming back around to what the first lady said. Fix the fucking potholes.
Thank you, really appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate all your time. Thank you guys.
I have never seen a place so annoyed about a very specific problem. Potholes.
I have. Shit.
We called it a day there for our first day of campaigning, but all the hotels in Richmond were full, so we got a lift out of town for the night.
So after a day of campaigning, I feel like I know a little bit more about what the people here want. I know that I still have to win them over. I'm a bit of an outsider, I'm not from here, so I already have to win them over a little bit more. I believe I'm their best option. Well, I know I'm their best option, so they better start liking me. But tomorrow's a new day, so all we can really do is just keep that campaigning going.
We tried to head out for another day of campaigning, but we were stuck out of town at this hotel. All the taxis were booked, but luckily this lovely kind man said we could get in his taxi when it arrived.
Oh, so we can hop in with you? Oh, amazing.
I love old people. Oh my god. They're hard-headed, but then you have there's a lot of them that are like this guy. Yeah, you can hop in with me. Fuck them. They won't know the difference. Fuck them.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, he just follows me everywhere. Making a documentary, I'm trying to take Rishi's seat.
Now this warm-hearted gentleman knew we were filming, it was a great chance to get his thoughts.
It don't matter who gets in, they're still fuckers.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know one thing I'm going to do? I'll make England win the Euros, that's for sure.
Stop coming over, pouncing off my country without paying tax. When they come across that white line, across fucking in the channel, fucking gun them down. That's my politician. Your taxes, you probably don't pay tax, you probably go to university or something. You don't work like a trader. But I work and I pay taxes and my money goes to them coming over here, living in hotels, eating my fucking kids' food. I don't give a fuck for your country being bombed, with children being killed, but don't come to my country and ponce. They give me a machine gun, I was a machine gun and babies, fucking children, fucking...
He's going crazy.
Men, women, I would gun them down.
You would gun him down.
Fucking
I think he doesn't like immigrants, and that
I would stand there on a fucking machine gun and gun them down. Because when they come here, mate, they only ponce them. So they're better off fucking dead. I've had a book written about me, mate. I've had a book written about me. I hope you ain't filming this, mate. He's not filming this, is he?
This?
Yeah.
It's been there the whole time.
Yeah, I hope you ain't filming that, mate. Be honest, mate.
Yeah,
don't lie.
just be honest about it.
Yeah, right, take it off then, mate. Take it off.
Take it off.
Smash the camera off,
Yeah.
mate.
You'll smash the camera?
Yeah, I fucking will, mate. I fucking will as
Yeah.
well. Alright. Fucking take it off
Take
now.
it off, mate.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
I was just standing.
You're a typical fucking foreign that's coming. Go on, you can both fuck.
Oh my god. Yeah, this man went crazy.
Fuck off, I'll get in my own cab. You're not getting in my cab. Go on.
Could I go with you and leave him?
No, fuck off, both of you. Yeah, I hope you get run over on the way down to Richmond. Go on, fuck off. Fucking wanker.
What is wrong with that man?
What the hell was that?
He seemed so nice. And then he started talking about killing babies.
He called me a foreign wanker.
Something told me I'd failed to win over this kind man's vote. So my only
that kind man
option left was to hitchhike to Richmond.
Fair enough. You're the one. What a prick. Ah, it's him. He waved at us. It's the same guy. No way. Richmond. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. What's your name, brother?
Daniel.
After speaking to Daniel, I learned that he'd also been suffering from the effects of the potholes.
What was it last year? I had 2 tyres go and it cost me alloy wheels as well. So.
Yeah, it costs a fortune, right?
Yeah.
He'd have to be careful to avoid hitting any more potholes.
Oh my god.
Or people, as he kindly dropped us back.
Fucking dickhead. Bro, what's up with these old people?
To avoid hitting any more potholes.
Oh my god.
or people, as he kindly dropped us back into Richmond, and today we had a new strategy.
It is a Tory safe seat. They are untouchable in this area. But with a few posters, I'm sure we can make a dent, even if it's just a small dent. The cheese press. Hello. I'm just wondering if there's any way in which you'd be up for putting my poster.
I can't say yes or no. I have a feeling that my boss wouldn't, with it being political.
Absolutely fine.
All
no
right.
stress at all.
Good luck, love.
Local shops didn't want to back me, and this was going to be a problem.
The landlord doesn't let us advertise anything.
I'm not allowed to pick them up, unfortunately.
It was rejection after rejection.
How am I meant to get people to vote for me when they won't even put up a flipping poster? Horror. What are the chances we can get that on the shop window?
On the shop window? Yeah, we'll maybe consider it.
Consider it?
Yeah, we'll consider it.
Damn.
I just needed to find someone who believed in me.
Ooh, it's a very nice hat. Excuse me, sir. That hat, what is the meaning of that?
Used one of my D&D campaigns on run.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I've based it on one of my characters from that.
I'm running for MP here. Any words of advice?
Try to not use this place as a stepping stone like Rishi did. Roads are falling to pieces.
Potholes everywhere. Yeah. Could we see your steampunk?
Bro, I love this place. They're all actually just focused down on one problem. Everybody's asking, what's the main problem here? These fucking roads are rubbish, mate. All these fucking potholes.
And little did I know at the time, that sporting this hat would be the biggest turning point of my campaign.
Oh, wow. So this is your place?
Yeah, it was my grandfather's. He had this place nearly 40 years.
Huh.
Wow.
Most of the stones in this building were stones nicked from the castle.
Is it?
Yeah, it's nearly 400-year-old, this place.
So this place here literally represents Richmond.
Not the frog!
So this place here literally
no.
represents Richmond.
Oh.
Sure.
What a place. What's your name, brother?
Tate.
Tate. Niko.
Niko.
I believe our paths were meant to cross. I'm trying to...
Oh no.
Nearly 40 years.
Oh, thank God.
Wow.
Most of the stones in this building were stones nicked from the castle.
Is it?
Yeah, it's nearly 400-year-old, this place.
So this place here literally represents Richmond.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
What a
real
place.
sure.
What's your name, brother?
Tate.
Tate. Niko.
Niko.
I believe our paths were meant to cross. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about Richmond, and I feel like you're a Richmond encyclopedia.
Well, probably. I used to give Richmond tours. When I'm not doing this on weekends, I work at the Richmond youth group.
I need you in my campaign, brother.
Tate was clearly a good guy for his community and a talented guy too. It turns out he actually hand makes a lot of this stuff himself, but sadly, it seemed his business was struggling.
So you got a successful business here?
I'm not successful. Try my best to keep alive. Little businesses and little shops, like my own, for example, are really struggling. It's impossible to really make a profit.
Tate wasn't the first person to tell me the town's tourism needed to improve, and I was now more determined than ever to fix it. He said tourism's struggling because people simply just don't want to be in Richmond anymore.
I want to be here.
Yeah, no, I do. Literally got my name in the cobbles outside here.
Do you?
Yeah, I was like 3 years old. I was pestering one of the cobblers. He put my name by the doorstep.
Look at that. The man's name is literally engraved in the floor of
Wow.
this place.
That's one of the reasons I kept this place going.
I'd felt so much rejection in this place so far, and now I'd found someone who represented it more than anyone else. If I could get him on my side, he could be the key to win over the whole area.
Would it be possible to put one of these up in your shop window?
Certainly.
Certainly, I wouldn't mind at all.
That, thank you. That's perfect. Next to the ball.
So I purchased a frog with some crazy backs and said goodbye.
Thank you so much.
The frog. God damn it, wrong man again.
It more than anyone else. If I could get him on my side, he could be the key to win over the whole area.
Would it be possible to put one of these up in your shop window?
Certainly. I wouldn't mind at all. Yeah.
Really do appreciate that. Thank you. That's perfect. Next to the ball.
So I purchased a frog with some crazy backs and said goodbye.
A frog with
so
some
much.
crazy backs.
Making stay a complete waste of time.
I'm glad, and thank you for your time. Tate, ciao.
That's crazy to say about a fucking fake frog. This frog got some crazy
geez,
backs. Did he just?
Tate, ciao. Oh, geez, that. Low door, damn. What an amazing guy. Look, right there. We're in the window. Do you know how many people are going to see that?
Well, 4?
Yeah, probably. But hopefully those 4 people can turn to at least 1 votes for me.
One vote wasn't enough though, we needed some more posters.
Would you be up for putting Vote Niko on the board? No. Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Posters started flying up. They put us up in pubs, coffee shops, shoe shops, clothes shops, fish and chip shops, and even
the town hall menu box. I'll have United for this.
After meeting
United.
more people in the area started supporting us.
United.
And it was all because of the first luck had
Did I say
changed.
what
More
hotel?
people in the area started supporting us.
Telbot Hotel, Real Ales. Oh, it's a bar.
Incredible.
And it was all because of the first domino.
I think we've got our message out there enough. Enough shop fronts are saying vote Niko, and that is what really matters. I'm over the moon with this. I think now we can really push forward.
Right now to the election, and this time next week we'll know
7 days left. Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
We were 1 week out. It seemed Rishi's lies.
Hey, it's the guy locking up for the day. Hey.
Newly elected Prime Minister is.
We were 1 week out. It seemed Rishi's lies had started to catch up with him as he was plummeting in the opinion polls.
Rishi Sunak is facing electoral annihilation. Sunak is staring at the worst election defeat since 1997. That's what the latest opinion polls are saying. A new survey by YouGov paints a grim picture, the worst yet.
And this seemed like the perfect opportunity for me to insert myself as the answer. I spent the last week getting to know the locals personally.
You got my vote,
July
mate.
4th.
Yeah. You got to beat that rat.
Yeah, right.
And it felt like people were starting to warm to
Jesus.
me.
You heard about me?
Yeah, so you're doing a good job in the area.
But this wasn't going to be enough. If I wanted to compete properly, I needed a plan. So I created a guide to saving Richmond and Northallerton before the election. And who better to pitch it to than Tate?
Right now we're about to see Tate again. The reason for that is I feel like he represents this area the best. He knows everything about it. So I want to pitch to him my plan of helping the area before the election and see what he says.
And as I headed to see him, I was met with a sickening surprise.
Oh my god, Niko. Look at the window.
Oh my gosh. I'm gone.
Oh no.
How do I bring that up to him? Hello, my friend. Is that I saw that the poster fell down.
Oh, I took it down because I'm upset I'm not going to vote.
Oh, really? What made you decide against voting?
I feel like I'm really making a difference, honestly. I don't think anything I do will really help.
I think you can make a huge impact, Tate. It saddens me that you don't think that your voice matters. My ideas for helping this place, I wanted to come here to speak to you about it.
Yeah.
I've got a plan, which I want to do before the election. Sounds a bit wild, but I'll tell you. First off, I want to go out and fix some potholes. You think that's a good idea to go and do as long as it's safe?
Yeah, as long as it's safe and they're filled in properly, so we get people talking.
Yeah, get the people talking so they see that it's possible. The next one, what I wanted to do was completely based off our conversation. Bring a whole lot of people in and have like a tour bus to bring the community together. And I was hoping that maybe you could help pinpoint the best places where you think a tour bus could go.
That would help the whole town.
And I'm hoping that with that we can show the change which can be made.
Well, let's hope so. Get that thing done and make sure people see it.
Tate, thank you so much. Your voice really does matter.
Okay.
You might not think that, but I can only tell you the impact which you've had on me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it's the thing when you're sat here for hours on end with nobody in, you think about a lot of things.
Thank you, Tate.
With Tate's approval of the plan, it was time to carry out step 1, the potholes. But first, I needed to make sure
he's about to mix some pothole mixtures and fucking fill them holes in.
this was all legal.
Hello, it's me, Niko. I found some people in the area who are happy for me to fill in potholes for them. Is that okay for me to do?
No, don't do that.
Why?
Because you're not an elected official, so the roads and the upkeep of roads is not your responsibility, and it could be seen as electoral fraud.
What if I were to dress up as a vigilante so no one would actually know that it was me?
That sounds like a terrible idea. It's still electoral fraud, you just might somehow get away with it, but that doesn't mean it's the correct thing to do.
So I could get away with it.
I hate this nigga. So you're saying it's illegal, but what if I vigilante style it? Well, it's still illegal, but if you don't get caught, you don't get caught. So I could get away with it.
Maybe.
I would have loved to have filled these potholes in myself. Unfortunately, that would be considered election fraud, as I'd be bribing people to vote for me by helping them out. But luckily, Batman turned up. He joined up with some local pothole fixers and began filling in potholes himself, and we happened to catch it all on camera. What a coincidence. And after fixing his first pothole, word was getting out about it.
I'm trying to save this place.
Are you the MP guy?
No, but he seems really cool.
YouTuber?
Yeah, so
Who are you then?
I'm Batman. Spread the word that Batman's here to save the city.
And he was straight on to the next pothole.
What's with the cape?
We're trying to work out how we can save this place.
Some sort of YouTube or Instagram or something like that, is it?
Yeah, it's called Batman.
Batman?
Yeah. Got a few movies as well. Do you know the Joker?
I've seen him. I've not seen him lately.
He's the reason all these potholes are here. Can't believe he managed to find his way as Prime Minister.
Batman's next job was a pothole at the front of a local preschool.
Don't get any kids in, George.
Don't worry, man.
You little nonce.
I can't believe the Prime Minister is
You little
allowing
nonce.
children to risk their lives just by stepping into school. Luckily, Batman was here to save the day, while his accomplice George took fake bystander phone footage and posted on the local Facebook groups to try and make sure as many people as possible found out about Batman.
We are fighting crime. Take this, Richie. Beforehand, the kids would have left this school and tripped over and maybe broke a bone or something. But now, it's safe. What we've done here is nothing short of heroic. God, it's tough fighting crime.
And as Batman headed to his next mission, he tried his best to do some good deeds.
Do you need a hand? You need some help? You good?
Who are you calling a devil? Who are you calling a devil? Nah. Run along now. Come back. I'm sorry.
Batman then headed into Northallerton to spread some more joy.
Nice dog. Nice trim.
What did you say?
A nice trim.
Batman continued completing good deeds around the Northallerton area, but people were having a tough time understanding that it was in fact Batman and not me.
Are you Niko?
No, I'm Batman.
Yeah, you are. You're Niko.
I'm Batman.
Is he Niko?
I'm Batman.
You're Niko.
I'm Batman.
That's Niko.
I'm Batman.
And then Batman moved on to his final pothole of the day.
That is an absolutely horrific pothole.
Oh.
Robin. You ready to be Robin?
I'm ready to be Robin.
Robin was happy, and so was Batman.
After a long day of filling potholes and helping people, I just hope that the word spreads about Batman. Yeah, hopefully the plan works.
And word started to spread pretty fast. That very evening, Batman returned to the centre of Richmond as he was contacted for an interview by a local journalist from Richmondshire Today.
There's got to be a reason why you're filling in potholes. I mean, what inspired you to do it? People get pissed off about loads of things, not just potholes.
First off, I thought, let me try and fix the potholes. You know what they say, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a pothole.
Or you live long enough to see yourself a pothole.
Become a pothole, yeah.
Excuse my ignorance, but are you standing at the election?
No, I'm Batman.
But you're not standing or anything like that?
No,
Can
I'm
I ask
Batman.
what your real name is?
It's Batham.
Yep.
Manley.
Batham, B-A-T.
H-A-M.
Batham Manley.
M-A-N.
L-E-Y.
Are you local?
I mean, Gotham's relatively local.
Relatively, yeah. Batman, thank you very much. You're a superstar.
I love
the world, what you've heard today. Well, now that's
I
fun.
will do.
Can't wait to see how people react to that. Off we go.
And people were loving Batman. This whole campaign I'd been trying to get through to the boomers of Richmond and Northallerton. Turns out all I had to do was use Facebook, as their groups were absolutely rampant with pictures and videos of Batman.
This is why I'm proud to be British.
Someone had to do it though.
I'm surprised Rishi isn't dressed as the Joker.
I'm told it's Niko on Alana. Google him. Winky face.
Not all heroes wear capes, but this one does.
Batman had saved the town. And everywhere you went, you heard his name.
Hello, my friend. Hello. I'm not actually Batman.
Yeah, you were.
No, that wasn't me. Why, did you see him? Did you see Batman?
Everybody did all over the Facebook.
Is it? Wait, so this is Batman?
That is Batman.
Fixing potholes.
That is Batman.
Got you guys. Got you.
You're going to be our next Prime Minister, aren't you? Make sure you
Yeah,
that
so-
bastard in the vote.
I'm going to. You vote for me?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't expect this much of a positive reaction, especially in this place. Just 10 days ago, I was booed out of this very pub, and now it seemed that these guys
Yeah, and you did what they wanted.
were on my side. If the Batman had
I'm surprised he can get, like, I wonder how much he paid to get that crew out there just face potholes all day with them.
made the rest of the town feel this way too, I might actually have a chance in this election, and a chance to save this place. from Rishi, who apparently was pretty nearby.
You do know your mates around town?
Well, Rishi's been here.
Yeah, he's been in, not in here, but he's been in Taylor's. He's been in the shop this morning.
Which shop? Which shop?
Rishi Sunak, the man I was running against, the man who'd caused so much harm in this country, was mere meters away from me. I couldn't waste this opportunity. I had to find him.
How long ago was this?
30 minutes ago.
Well, pleasure, guys. And thanks for telling me about Batman and Rishi. So the Taylors.
And my first stop was the pie shop where he'd just been spotted. If I was going to get any info about Rishi at all, I had to make them feel comfortable enough to bring it up.
Next, please.
I couldn't make it too obvious that I was trying to hunt him down.
I'm running for MP, so I'm quite excited to try one of these pies. You had a MP in here before? Oh, that's my competition. So what was it that Rishi said when he came here earlier?
Not really so much, he just like came in and got his pies ready.
He came in and got his pies. And as a question, who has more aura, myself or Rishi? Yeah?
The pie shop.
Because I don't like Rishi. Oh my gosh.
Where could he be? Where is Sunak?
But no matter where I searched,
has Rishi been here today?
Not in here.
It seemed I lost his trace.
Have you seen Rishi?
This morning.
Rishi may have escaped our grasp today, but he has not won. The battle is not over. He is just hidden away from me. We will find you, Rishi. And when we do, you'll know that your time is up. You're not. I'm not gonna kill him, but
I hope not. Shit.
I'm gonna let him know that I'm the man. That's what I'm gonna do.
Good morning, Richmond. The general election is less than 72 hours away.
Guys, how would you guys like an MP who joins you on your runs? I'm going to help the people. Legend.
It seemed like my work taking down Rishi was working.
The UK election just days away now, and opinion polls suggest the UK is headed for its first change in government in 14 years.
Could Rishi keep up with you guys like this? He's focusing too much on running and not enough on the country. Goodbye, guys. July 4th. Yeah, vote Niko.
With just 2 days to go until the vote, I really ramped up the campaigning.
What flower is that?
Fuchsia.
A fuchsia.
A fuchsia.
I want this country to have a better fuchsia.
And I think all of this campaigning, especially with the success of the Batman taking over the local Facebook groups, had really hit home with the locals, as that morning I caught wind of something that blew my mind.
Bought a chocolate to support a local party.
You've just bought a chocolate to support a local party?
There's a chocolate cafe called Mocha, and they are running a chart.
So those are the chocolates you buy, and then you get a black sticker.
All right, we need to go there now. I'm not even joking.
I headed to Mocha, the coffee shop with the election poll, and to my surprise, I, independent, non-party backed Nicholas Omalana, was not only competing with the big parties, but I was in the lead.
You can't say I'm not winning this whole thing.
Wow.
Incredible. What do you need to do to get a vote here?
Buy chocolates for £1 each, and then you get a sticker of your choice, and all the money is donated.
I spent £1 on one of my own Niko Omalana branded chocolates and added yet another vote to my ever-growing tally.
Let's see how I taste. I'm good.
A weird way to say that, but alright.
We'll quickly tweet election poll in a local coffee shop. Rishi Sunak 7, Niko Omalana 78. There's levels to this game. Absolutely over the moon. I'm so happy because it's Rishi Sunak 7. He has 7 votes. That's outrageous.
This nigga filled a couple
polls in my
polls.
favor, and now it was time to put my new influence to
I have to go back. Does he really only have 7? Oh my god, it does. The Conservative and Unionist Party. Wow.
starting to turn in my favor, and now it was time to put my new influence to good use. I was going to bring the community together with the greatest bus tour Richmond had ever seen. But there was still one man who seemed pretty uncertain about the whole thing.
Hey.
Who was unfortunately feeling a bit under
No.
the weather.
You feeling okay?
No.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's killing me, and absolutely all my joints are aching.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've written out a bunch of
Ideas.
what I can think of.
Okay. This is all looking good. I wanted to put your store there as the final point. Could I put that there?
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
This tour could really change things in this place.
I did the tours like that. It wasn't big. Barely got more than like 12 people at the most.
Tate was being his usual optimistic self.
It's hard to make a difference.
I'm gonna try and show you that we can do it, Tate. Thank you so much for your time, Tate.
United bus stop.
So Tate has lost
United,
faith
United,
in the community of
United.
this place. So the only thing which we can do is bring that community back.
So I called up some of the contacts I'd already made in Richmond, because I knew I could rely on them to help me out and come to the tour.
Hi, is this Daniel?
Again?
It's Niko.
Hi, Niko. Niko.
Do you remember me?
Niko.
Niko.
No.
You don't remember me?
No.
I did collect the numbers of a few people who'd promised me they'd come to the tour, but who knew if they were actually telling the truth or if they just didn't want to disappoint the new upcoming politician in the area. And I wish I could have spent longer collecting numbers, but I had interviews to do. With my recent rise in popularity, it seemed every journalist in Richmond wanted to hear what I had to say.
Why are you the best person to lead this country?
I have aura. I'm not weird. And I just know what I'm doing.
And for some reason, some of them still weren't taking me seriously, like these guys from The Guardian.
You're a candidate here.
I'm a candidate, the most serious one.
Why are you wearing children's sunglasses?
Why not?
Good answer. So you're a candidate here?
I'm a candidate, yeah. I decided to run here to compete directly against Rishi Sunak.
Why?
When I saw that he wanted to send young people to war, I decided to go to war with him.
But you haven't got a cat in hell's chance, have you?
Well, I do.
You think you have?
Yeah. What's the joke? Have you ever heard of the story of David and Goliath? That's what's about to happen right here. If you don't believe that I can actually win this election, you should go into that coffee shop just there, Mocha, yeah? And you should see the poll, and you should see where Rishi is and how many votes I have.
Okay.
I was just humbled when I walked in there this morning and realised.
This is the first you'd heard of it was this morning?
Yeah, I walked in and someone told me, oh, you're winning the poll. And I was like, what poll?
The Mocha general election chocometer. You're absolutely eating his lunch.
Yeah, he destroyed him. And Rishi he is flapping. He's panicking a lot. I'm not counting, but there's 88, which I've got.
Are you even beating the Labour Party here?
Yeah, destroying them as well, by about 30.
Okay.
But I'm not counting.
Right, I better vote then. Well, I think we'll have two on Niko's pile.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Thank you, man.
Where's Niko's one?
Niko's all gone. All sold out.
Sold out?
Yeah. Running out of space, I think. Thank you for your vote. Thank you, Guardian. I think that's the first time the media looked at me and were like, I like that. They heard what I was saying and thought, he's making sense. Not, let's take him down. And that's the type of attitude we need. We need more people like that guy.
Today marks the final day of campaigning in the United Kingdom before voters head to the polls for tomorrow's general election.
Tomorrow, the power is in your hands.
Is there a nightmare brewing for the Conservative Party? If that were replicated on election day, that would mean their worst result since the general election after the election day.
Niko,
That would mean their worst result since the general election after the First World War in 1918.
Are you the only person left who thinks you still have a chance?
I had a full day of campaigning ahead, but the Niko Milanas from across the country were all going hard on their final day of campaigning too.
Hello, madam. Hello. Who are you voting for tomorrow?
I'm not really sure.
If you could consider my vote, my name is Niko Milana.
Oh.
A vote for me is a vote for world peace.
Thank you.
They were all out there spreading the word about Niko Milana in their own weird and wonderful way.
Niko!
Vote Niko!
Do you know who Niko Milana is?
I do not know.
Do you know who Chunks is?
Yeah.
You know his big, tall, lanky, giraffe-looking pal? It's Niko. Vote Niko Milana tomorrow.
Niko?
Yes, I
Niko?
will.
There we go. Vote for Niko at the tallest place in Europe.
Vote Niko Milana. Yes.
They dished out.
He went to the tallest place. That's crazy work. I'm not gonna lie. He taped it up.
The tallest place in Europe.
Vote Niko Milana. Yes.
They dished out thousands of flyers and hoped to get as many votes for themselves as possible. And now that they'd done their job, it was time to finish mine, which takes us to the final step of my plan.
The bus tour.
I phoned up Tate before the tour for some final words of advice, but I must have accidentally called him right in the middle of his breath holding practice.
Hello?
Hi, Tate. I'm going to try and bring the community together today, man.
Good luck. Like I said to you yesterday, it's like herding cats.
Well, I'm a professional cat herder, Tate.
Well, I used to think the same thing.
Well, let's hope.
Alright.
Tate didn't fill me with confidence, but I was determined to prove him wrong.
What the fuck was
I
man
just had to hope everyone
doing?
from yesterday had stuck to their word.
Oh my, imagine just no one turns up. Okay, I see it now, the turnout. The turnout is not bad. It's not bad, to be fair. I thought there was going to be no one. We got some people there.
We'd managed to get a decent turnout, but we were still missing one last thing.
Here it is, guys.
Nah, not him. The bus.
I might have to start watching his independent videos after this one, even though this one's hella long. Like, this is just perfect. No, not him, the boss.
Nah, not him, the boss.
Enjoy the journey, guys. Welcome on the bus. Here we go, guys. My first Richmond and Northallerton tour. You want to join us? Yeah, come on then. How you doing, man? Let's get into this. Are we ready? Yeah, let's go. Yeah? We're off to Northallerton first. Richmond, I love you. Vote for me. Hey, man. Vote Niko. Vote Niko to save the place. I'll make Richmond a capital city. I'll get Tommy Robinson to change his name to Abdi Mohammed. Hello. Vote Niko.
As we headed to Northallerton, people were loving the tour, and I made sure to give credit where it was due.
You guys know the shop on the corner of the Richmond Square? It's like a souvenir shop. No, it's like a souvenir. The guy who runs it's called Tate.
It was a sad realization finding out just how unknown Tate's shop really was, especially amongst the people who'd lived in Richmond their entire lives.
Yeah. Have you been there before? So the person who owns that store, he made this path for me. So we were thinking to end this tour by going there.
Is that Harry, is it?
Yes, his granddad passed away and then his grandson took over. Yeah, exactly.
Tate's route took us through the local towns of Scorton and Brompton-on-Swale.
Hello, Scorton! Wow, look at that! Look what they drive in Scorton. Hi, mate! Nice car! Vote Niko or we crush you.
And a few miles down the road, we reached Northallerton, the furthest point of the tour.
Vote Niko! Hey! I'll put Buckingham Palace on Airbnb! Vote Niko!
And on the way back to Richmond, we were...
Buckingham Palace will be on Airbnb. I hate them so much. Brother, this guy's fucking crazy.
Enjoying ourselves.
Hey, one more time.
We were right back in Richmond, but the tour was far from over.
Never knew this here. It's a good spot. Hello, Tate.
Hi. How we doing, mate? You all right? No, not too bad.
This is
actually incredible. Oh, wow.
Tate will know better than I do, but there's a whole bunch of Richmond history just in this one building.
Oh yeah, the building's not like 400-year-old. It's probably one of the oldest buildings in the town.
It was so heartwarming to see Tate in his element, with a glint back in his eye and a smile on his face as he talked about his passion.
Oh dear. Careful, guys, careful.
Any breakages must be paid for.
Yeah.
People were fascinated by his stories of Richmond and his collection of antiques.
Oh yeah, it's coming here, so. Who says that?
A couple people bought a hat for themselves, and so did I.
There we go, perfect. Oh yeah, that looks great. I need to rock this all the time, to be honest.
I've never seen one that good condition. Would not recommend wearing it in the rain.
Guys, Tate literally did the whole tour, which we just went on. He designed it himself, so yeah, massive appreciation to you, Tate, for that. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Tate.
Most hats I've sold in weeks.
Since coming back to Richmond, this was the first time I'd seen true community in this place, which is something that Rishi just hasn't been able to create here.
I think that was absolutely amazing, that tour.
And after saying goodbye, we went back to speak to Tate to see how he found it.
Oh, it was a mission, but we got the people together.
I mean, it was nice to hear so many people who'd known my grandfather actually realising we're still open. Nice to have people aware of it again, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm so glad, Tate, because that's what I wanted. I feel like this is such a cool place, and anyone from Richmond would really take this in. But yeah, they're just not aware that it's still here.
Yeah. Wish it could be more like that more often, because at the moment it's just like it is now. It's like there's literally 2 people that show up at once, and I don't know. It's hard.
Do you feel like we've restored your faith a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. It's a step in the right direction, but it's got to keep happening. It can't be just a one-off. I'm impressed you got so many people.
Thank you.
Hopefully that'll reflect in your votes.
Yeah. Have you thought any more about what you're going to do?
If I do vote, I will give you a vote. Sure.
Wow, Tate. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Appreciate your time, Tate.
What a sweet man.
Yeah, that's fine. Bye, Tate.
I know that I wanted to win, and I was relying on the votes of thousands of people, but I found myself completely infatuated.
Just an antisocial shopkeep.
Waited with one man's vote. The man who supported me before anyone else did. I wanted to change this place for him. It's fair enough bringing people to his shop, but it needed to keep happening. And the only way I could guarantee that was by winning. And that brings us to Election Day.
United Kingdom went to polls today about at 6 in the morning. Britons thronged to the 40,000 polling stations set up across the country.
At 10 p.m, the exit poll will be published, and that is a real indication as to who is going to have won this election.
The Prime Minister's constituency always attracts a lot of candidates. One of them is YouTuber Niko, who had hired an open-top bus to travel around Richmond today. His policy of making Richmond and Northallerton a joint capital is unlikely to take off, unless this very, very unscientific coffee shop poll is right.
Why? Why don't they take me seriously? They don't realise that today we're getting more votes than anyone else. We're going to save this country today. It's happening. BBC, there's nothing you can do about it. It's voting day. Let's go.
And to kick off the
11
voting day, I spoke
hours
to
to
the town
go.
about where exactly their votes were going on this big final day.
Have you voted? Yes. I appreciate your vote. I know it was probably a big jump, but I'll make the change which we need in Richmond and Northallerton. Huh?
Old people.
You didn't vote for Rishi, did you? You wouldn't do that to me.
How?
No, I'm competing against Rishi. I'm competing against him. So why didn't you vote for me?
You do these things and sometimes you regret it, don't you?
It's okay if you regret it. You regret it?
I do.
Okay, well, I forgive you. Next time you vote Niko.
I will. I'll give you a chance. That's all you can ask for.
No, exactly.
But
Bring it in.
it's a funny thing, really, because my family...
So with this elderly gentleman voting for my
It's a funny thing, really, with my family. He just doesn't acknowledge his offer
opponent,
for a
it
hug.
was important I bounced back, and ironically, I bumped into one of only 3 young people in this town, and it turns out he was actually on his way to vote for me.
You weren't going to? And then someone excited the political game.
You made the effort, man. You made the effort. You're up here. Rishi's not. You know.
It's absolutely amazing that we've got someone who wasn't going to vote for us. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Brother, you've done it. Thank you so much for your service.
My Prime Minister right here.
I may have gotten this man's vote, but I hadn't yet been able to secure a vote that is deeply important to me, and that's Tate's vote. His influence in my ideas have certainly been a driving force as to why I've been pushing so hard to get through to this town. And the last time we spoke, he told me if he votes, he'd vote for me. So I gave him a last-minute call on voting day to see what he was going to do.
Hello?
Hi, Tate.
Hey.
You thinking to go out and vote today, Tate?
Well, I'm thinking about it. Go after I've finished submitting this art piece.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so you're going to finish submitting that and then you might go out and vote?
Yeah, I'll make my way down there.
All right, Tate. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Bye, Tate.
Bye-bye.
Bye. He might be on it. He might be on it. So Tate has told us he's going to vote now, and we.
I just realized this nigga has no phone case on his phone. That's crazy.
Actually been to his house
No
before,
phone
which
case
means
at
we
all.
can find out where his local polling station is, just to make sure he votes. But I'm not going to pressure him into voting for me. I just want to watch him vote, and we're going to head to his polling station now and hide and just wait for him to arrive. That's not weird, though, right, George?
That is weird. That's definitely not weird, man.
Tate should be coming from that direction over there, and yeah, we'll be able to see him confirm his vote. Don't let him see you. We can't creep him out. George, come here, come. Come. Okay. You going? Is he going in? Okay, we need to walk round. Before when he comes out. We need to conveniently walk into it. He's actually voted. This is gonna need to be very convenient. Tate! Oh my gosh. Nice to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
How's you just vote?
Yeah.
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 Oh wow, okay. What? No, honestly, what should we go and
Yeah. Well, it's
convenient to run into you here. Well, it's all led up to this, hasn't it?
well,
To
yeah.
voting day.
See what Beniface does when he's in power.
No, you're joking around with me, Tate.
Beniface does when he's in power.
It's all led up to this, hasn't it?
Well,
to voting day.
See what Beneface does when he's in power.
Beneface?
No, you're joking around with me, Tate. There's no chance you voted Binface.
I think my dad did though.
Really? Voted for Binface?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn, you should have got him on me. On my case, that would have been good.
That's right, mate.
Did you actually?
Yeah, my dad's crazy racist.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. Couldn't win him over this time then.
With Tate going against the odds and actually voting for me.
I love how on
my case.
I'm starting to like nowadays YouTube when they go out and actually talk to people, because like especially watching this video, you see people just don't care about the camera being there. They just say everything truthfully.
That would have been good.
That's right, mate.
Did you actually?
Yeah, my dad's crazy racist.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. Couldn't win him over this time then.
With Tate going against the odds and actually voting for me after he seemed so adamant on not voting, it felt appropriate to understand where he changed his mind. So we sat down and had a little chat.
So why did you decide to vote for me?
Because I think a lot of people are on board with you. As far as I'm aware, most young people don't care about any politics or anything that's going on. The older generation and the new generation, they don't connect the two. They don't have anything in common anymore.
The crazy rate.
Way to repolish the old turd that is British politics. I think you're doing something right, mate.
Thank you, Tate. I'm trying.
I think if we can at least get young people interested and concerned about what is going on in their communities, then you're doing something right, mate. That's why I voted for you.
Thank you, Tate. Thank you. Having you say that to me, I can't tell you how much that means to me. No, man, I think you're amazing, man. I think it's amazing how you're so authentically yourself, and the fact that I got someone who knows this place and wants the best for this place to vote for me, I'd be happy. Thank you for what you've taught me about this place. It's been an absolute honour, and I'll see you soon.
So with that wonderful summary from Tate, me and him said our farewells as I let him fade back off into his wild world of Richmond. And while he did that, the time had come to finally head towards the count.
There are a few hours left of decision day as we elect 650 MPs.
Across the country, millions of us have been turning out to vote.
Broadcasters aren't allowed to report details of election issues or campaigning until 10 o'clock tonight, when the stations close and we get the first exit poll.
The deadline for voting was coming to an end, so I was heading to the leisure centre located in Northallerton, where the votes would finally be counted.
The final votes are being cast.
And after all the speeches, all the promises, all the arguing,
it's time to see what Britain decides.
So the question is, will it be Rishi Sunak, Sir Keir Starmer, or Niko or Milana? We don't yet know.
Oh my God. I love how they're both looking straight ahead and Niko's just looking panning back and forth.
But we'll find out tonight.
We've been pushing for weeks on end to get through to this town and the country, striving for change and to make things happen. We'd been campaigning and speaking to the people as much as we could, but now there was no more. No more speaking, no more campaigning. Only one thing remained.
The counting is about to start. So, let election night begin.
The polls for the Prime Minister are now closed. All eyes turn to the count.
So it's time for me to go and see all of those votes being counted.
What's your reason for coming here?
I'm running.
You what, sorry?
I'm running.
You're running?
Yeah, I'm a MP.
Oh, you're an MP?
Yeah, I'm about to win.
Oh, all right.
Where do we enter?
Off to the left there's another entrance with sort of smoked glass.
Got
That's
you.
where you need to go to.
Thank you very much. I look forward to having you all under my command when I win.
Good luck.
Look forward to it, guys. Thank you.
At a count like this, every candidate is allowed.
There's no way he actually won, is there? Because I have no clue what goes on out in Europe, like in the UK especially.
To bring a team with them to monitor the count and make sure no one is tampering with the votes. Normally this would be your own political party, but for me, my backup was in the shape of a few figures that had wanted to help me from the very beginning. During this campaign, I asked people to change their name, and a lot of people did but weren't successful. So it only felt right to bring some of the fallen soldiers back to life. That's right, I gathered an array of fallen Nikos to help me check my votes through this evening. A force to be reckoned with they were, right by my side on entry. An entry that saw me come face to face. A force to be reckoned with they were, right by my side.
Independent parliamentary candidate Niko Milana arrives at Northern Arlerton Leisure Centre in Northern Arlerton, North Yorkshire, for the count of the Richmond and North Arlington, Arlerton constituency in the 2024 general election.
Side on entry, an entry that saw me come face to face with one of my rivals.
Hello, Binface.
What a man.
How you doing? Congratulations on your campaign.
With you.
Yes, I had to.
Are
I
they
had
all
to,
Niko
Binface.
Milana's?
Maybe they are.
Maybe they are.
I think I personally have won this whole constituency.
How are you reckoning that one, Niko?
Well, there's a coffee shop and I won the poll.
You are the man. Give us that.
And you're the alien.
Independent politics.
Thank you, Binface.
But now it was time to move on to the floor.
She's a Binface follower. I see her. She can't hide from me.
Guys, I just want to say good luck with the count. I don't want to see any rigging. If everything is correct, I will win. So just so you know, if I don't win, I know who to blame. Okay. Keep an eye out for my votes. Let's have a look. You see one? You saw one? We got a vote. That's what we like.
It was clear to everyone that my vote.
Bunch of jokesters.
Votes were present, and as expected, it didn't stop there.
We have a vote. A vote? We have a vote.
People are looking like, what the fuck is going? Why are they clapping?
No. Two, double clap. Truly inspirational work, guys.
We've got the majority now. Rolling.
Go on. 10,000 votes. 10,000.
The courage of these other guys and girls being there and clapping with them is just funny as fuck. Like,
oh, we're flying now. We're absolutely rocketing. Hear us, we're coming for all of you.
I think it's when they got a vote.
Okay.
I think.
It's going to be a long night of it before we got here. I know.
It seemed that everyone around us was starting to realise that we might actually win. So naturally, we were approached by the media for some questions.
Niko, I have to admit, I have never seen anything like this at a count before. You all dressed identically in your sunglasses, applauding every ballot paper where there's a cross for you.
Every 1,000 we applaud. We're doing extremely well. We're very excited to win this whole election and bring it home.
And defeat the Prime Minister.
Oh, he will be absolutely destroyed. Rishi will be crying and we will be tasting his tears.
I mean, it looks like his party's not doing at all well tonight. Do you feel
because
for
of
him
me?
at all?
Yeah, no, I don't feel for him at all. I have zero sympathy. He had this coming. And yeah, because I have campaigned so much, the Conservative Party have just fallen through. And it's all because of Rishi, and it's all because of me as well.
And she was right. Over the country, it was clear the Conservatives were falling. It was a record-breaking low for Rishi's Conservative Party, which shows that his methods of lying, turning people against each other and dunking on the young had not worked.
The Conservatives have lost it.
Grant Shapps lost his seat as MP for Wellwyn Hatefield.
Shapps, Chalk, Mordaunt, Hart, Keegan, Fraser, gone.
There was now no way Rishi was going to be the Prime Minister. He had officially lost the election. So my expectation was very high. Winning. Winning is the only option. If I don't win, then something has gone wrong. I'm not going to say rigged, but rigged.
Are you serious? What's the joke here?
There is no joke. I'm the most serious politician in the country and I genuinely believe that.
And that you'll be Prime Minister?
I will be Prime Minister, yes.
Yes, I was actually sending that lady because, as we know, I wasn't trying to be the Prime Minister. My goal was to dethrone him. So I needed to get more votes than him in his constituency to do that. And for hours now, those votes had been getting counted. And as the clock struck 3 a.m, an announcement was made.
Please can I have your attention? All the counting teams for the Richmond and Northallerton constituency have now been completed and all the votes counted.
Meaning it was time for the result and for the arrival of Mr. Sunak.
As you can see, this is our first sight of the Prime Minister this morning. By this stage, Rishi Sunak just disappearing inside his count.
And as he entered the count, he was instantly getting pressed with some important questions.
What's your message to the country, Mr. Sunak?
I followed behind him, heading towards the stage where the final results for this area would be announced. And as I headed there, I was thinking of all the things I'd done to try and help this town. Things that Rishi had simply avoided. Everything he'd ignored and left here was all things I'd worked on fixing. We'd done all we can here in Richmond, and I know that Rishi had not delivered. So the optimism was high, but here we go. Here are the results.
Good morning, everybody. Can I get your attention, please? The number of valid ballot papers for each candidate was as follows. Jonathan David Harvey, commonly known as Count Binface, 308. The official monster raving loony party, 99.
What?
308.
The UK is so wacky. What is this?
The official monster raving loony party, 99. Rishi Sunak, Conservative Party, 23,059.
Ooh.
Nicholas Omalana, Independent, commonly known as Niko Omalana, 160.
160
Damn.
votes. Wow. That's pathetic.
I hereby declare that Rishi Sunak is duly elected. Congratulations, and you may address the stand.
As devastating as this was, I wish I could say I didn't see this coming. But I have to admit, I did. You may have thought that I was on course to smoke this election based on a specific coffee shop poll that we'd seen. But no. No, in reality, I edited that to look more than it was. In reality...
Well, could I get 50 chocolates, please? 50. About to take the lead.
See, I'd faked my mock poll results so I could cover up the devastating truth, which was that not enough people wanted me here, and that I was destined for a low vote count. Genuinely, I think I'm going to take the biggest L.
He tricked me all this time. Damn.
Oh, how am I losing in a coffee shop? Oh my gosh, man. Babe, I'm taking an L, yeah? Rishi can take a bigger one. I've always been consistent in wanting to take Rishi down through this whole campaign.
Please tell Rishi that I'm coming for him. I'm trying to remove him from the political world. That's the main reason. We will find you, Rishi. And when we do, you'll know that your time is up.
Because I believe what Rishi stands for is wrong. His policies favour the powerful and punish the people who need support the most. He's shown us time and time again that his priorities are not with the people, which is inexcusable when there is so much on the line. And for that reason, he's the biggest joke on this stage, and that's coming from a man in children's glasses. Rishi Sunak deserves the biggest L of them all, and that isn't changing just because I didn't get as many votes as I wanted. So to take down the man who won the seat,
he got third place.
It feels fitting to almost transfer my minor L and give it to Rishi on the most lasting form possible in his worldwide speech broadcast to the masses. And thankfully for me, I planned for this, so I already printed out a physical L with a lovely nod to the NDL and snuck it past security on entry. So all that there was really left to do for me in my campaign was to simply give it to it. This L was from all the people that Rishi discarded along the way, and straight away the media wanted to shut me out. They tried to move the camera away from me, taking the focus away from the giant L and back onto Rishi. But I hadn't worked my way up here just to be shut out, so I did what needed to be done and shuffled my way back into frame. And no matter what they did, it didn't matter, because even if I'm not in this frame, I'm in this one, and 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 this one.
The British people have delivered a sobering verdict tonight. There is much to learn and reflect on, and I take responsibility for the loss. I will now head down to London, where I will say more about tonight's result before I leave the job of Prime Minister, to which I have given my all. Thank you.
To go. I mean, I feel like there was some riggery going on, but what can I say? I got mixed feelings. I took an L there, but I mean, if I take an L, I have to give one also. And Rishi is no longer the Prime Minister of the
That's still pretty good. 160 votes for 1 month of campaigning.
country. I just want to thank you guys for helping me. But to be honest, guys, I feel like I've let you down. So I'm sorry. Thank you, guys.
The real Prime Minister.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. All right, but Rishi's gone. He's gone.
Rishi had indeed gone, and after getting myself on that main stage during his speech, the world chose to react.
Hold that L. That was the message from prankster Niko Omilana, who mocked Rishi Sunak with a loser sign.
Rishi Sunak might have won his seat, but this guy thinks he's a loser. YouTuber Niko Omilana mocked the former PM during his victory speech in Richmond, holding a L behind him.
Someone decided to rub it in, and that was a candidate holding up an L sign right behind Rishi Sunak while he was delivering his concession speech. The L here stands for loser. It's also a political reality for
The L here stands for loser.
Rishi Sunak because he has lost.
The election was done and Rishi had been taken down. The results from the other areas came in and somehow I managed to get less votes than the majority of the Niko Omalanas running.
He got less votes than all the other ones.
Niko Omilana, 311.
Niko Omilana, 277.
Niko Omilana, 273 votes.
Brother, what?
222.
Omilana Niko Independent, 156.
The real Niko Omilana is arguably the worst Niko Omilana. And to be honest, I'd agree with that, because I don't know if I'd change my name to support some stupid YouTuber like these legends did. But they did, and they smashed.
They're crazy.
Okay, well, time to go. But at the end of the day, the reason I ran was to take Rishi down. And I got what I wanted because he's no longer Prime Minister. So I had to celebrate that by handing him an L. But now on to me, I think that's it for politics. The country had its chance and they wasted it, as without me, the country has gone into chaos. So England lost the final of the Euros, the EDL somehow managed to find a way back to existence, and the potholes across the UK shockingly duplicated. So yes, I may have hung up my glasses, but there was still one more thing I wanted to do.
To sell my snacks. 6 months later.
We're back in Richmond, back in this place for the first time since running here, and we're seeing Tate one final time. We've got a little surprise for him. Hello, Tate. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Has been a while.
Me and Tate hadn't seen each other for months now, so it was time for a little catch up.
Good to see you.
As always. No, it's great to see you. It's great to see you as well. I actually came here to give you a gift.
Oh.
This thing right here.
Designs, the heart of Richmond.
I just wanted to thank you properly,
Yeah.
because you were genuinely the first person to make me feel very welcome here. Obviously, you gave me help in what I was trying to do as well, and you really understood what I was trying to do. I know from speaking to you that this place seems to be the thing which you're most passionate about.
Yeah.
You spoke a lot about community here in Richmond and how it was kind of going down, and it had also affected your shop here as well. There's not really anything I can do necessarily about the community here in Richmond, but one thing which I do have is a very engaged community on YouTube. The NDL is a big movement, and I know the designs around this place, the fact that you make all of this stuff, a lot of this stuff yourself, I know that people would be really engaged with that and really interested in that. And I'd love to welcome you, as you welcome me, to my community. We've made you a website, where if you wanted to sell any of your designs or anything like that, yeah, this is the website which we've got set up, and then just anything here, anything which you're selling on here. There's the dinosaur that's out there.
Yeah, I get it. Genuinely, mate. Thank you. Yeah, my family's been through, like, trying to find a solution to this. It's not an easy. It's not an easy nut to crack. You know what I mean?
No, I completely understand. Yeah.
In the world, mate. We really help.
Something I realised within Tate is his love for his own work. I mean, he literally makes so much of this stuff, but as he explained, it's not always easy to keep small businesses like this afloat. So there was one more thing I wanted to do, but first, I needed to make sure I could buy a custom item off of him.
So like if there was to be an NDL plushie where you put an NDL on the plushie, because I want around 5 NDL plushies which I want to give away. If I could buy those off you, so how much would that cost? Now that you have your website.
Rough estimation, probably 120 quid.
Okay, could we make £5,000 work?
To what? That many plushies for that £5,000 worth?
No, 5 plushies.
5?
For £5,000. Does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
Well, we have a deal?
Okay, sure. Okay, yeah, amazing.
He's like, what the fuck?
Sorry, that's a lot of money.
No, I really, really want this. I really want this to do well for you. For real, you've really restored my faith in humanity.
Tate is truly a remarkable man, and I really want this to be a reminder to everyone watching that if you think your voice doesn't matter or that you can't change anything, you're wrong, because you'll never know the impact you can make unless you try. And keep on trying, because you only lose when you give up.
True.
And Tate has certainly had a huge impact on me. And with that being said, if you want to support Tate, his website Tassie Designs will be in the description. And I'm going to be giving away 5 of these NDL toys made by Tate to people who go and follow me on Instagram. So go do that and you'll be in with a chance of winning. We set out to take down the Prime Minister, and I think we did it in style. Big up the NDL, and peace out.